It's May 30th. We're out here at the dove field. Gonna attempt to try to disc up where I can plant my Browntop millet. It's looking like it might be too damp, but I don't know. Get a little bit of it turned up. May have to wait a day or so, let it dry some more. But also, while we're out here today, we're gonna spray. I'm gonna try to get my sunflowers sprayed with a post-emergent, but see, green streaks, that's volunteer millet. That's the biggest thing I got going on right now, coming on. We do got weeds, broadleafs. Maybe I can get some of them took care of, but my sunflowers coming on. But try to get these weeds contained, knocked back a little, hopefully. So I don't know how good it'll work since I didn't do a pre-emergent, but so we got some here that's 6-8 inches tall, and some of them's only a couple inches tall, but I think they're far enough along we can spray. I really don't want the millet in here. We can kill some of it back and maybe knock these broadleafs in the head, hopefully. If the millet stays, it'll be seeds for them anyways. Corn here, can't spray on it, but he might can run the cultivator through it. This real green streak right down through there, we might leave it. It might be a little bit early or of a millet to make. It might make a week or so ahead of this other. Give them some food, but between there and here, I might keep that plowed up and do some summer feeding on till this millet makes. But that's just a little bit of what we got going on. As you can see, I'm gonna show you here where we hadn't even plowed up. We ain't even plowed this up, and already millet coming up from last year. Probably let it go, but it's just matted up. I don't like that. I want it to be a clean seed bed, and we'll re-sow some of it. Anyway, that's what we got going on right now. Disced up, the ground prepared to plant the Browntop millet. I think we got got rain coming Thursday, so if I can get it in the ground by tomorrow or Wednesday, should be good. Year they really liked this millet when it matured. They was landing all in it before we tried to mow it. It actually seemed like they liked it better then than after we mowed it. I'll make sure I have plenty of that for them to feed on as well. It may be more of an attractant than the sunflowers is, but the sunflowers sure does look good out here in my dove field. Cutting it up here a little bit, smooth it on out. Now, I may not get my seed bed as clean as some people would, but this millet, it don't take much at all. Leave it to sprout on concrete. That's what we got going on right now, so I'll pick it back up a little. So what we got here is, I went through everything a couple of times at least. Then I went and I got this cross tie, hang it off the back, drag it and go back through it, kind of smooth it off. I think we'll about call that done as far as having the ground prepared for that millet. Now this down here is another lower patch of millet. That little green strip right there, there's some corn there, but it's got volunteer millet. I think I'm just gonna let it go. We'll plant this in millet. There was volunteer millet coming up out in here move the grass that was already there. It's like this grass over here, but I'm gonna leave that as an experiment. See how it does in that grass. Did a burn down, but we don't do things how you're supposed to anyway. It'll turn out. It'll be alright. Here I got a couple more passes to make, and see where we're at then. We might get that sprayer out, do this post-emergent spray on my sunflowers. So just stick with me. Alright, it's May 31st. Out here today, gonna plant the Browntop Millet on the dove field. So, thought I'd get a little bit of this on video. My brother-in-law Casey, he's down there sowing some too. Thought I'd do a little bit video into this. I'm gonna put the camera down, get the sow, and pick it back up later. We start dragging it down. So just stay with me. Got it seeded. He's gonna run this drag over it, try to get a little contact there. Probably call it good. I think we're gonna get rain in the next day or so, maybe, and get this millet coming up out of the ground. grass in here. Should have probably did a burn down, but with this millet, it'll be all right. Should have a good stand. I mean, you can see this green strip here is volunteer millet. May not even had to plant, just disc up, but this outer edge will mature quicker than the inside. They'll feed. We can knock this down earlier. My corn, got my corn rows here. One, two, three, 4 rows of corn. Sunflowers is coming up good, but these weeds and millet's about to get the best of me. Having sprayer issues. I'm gonna have to get this sprayed, whether I do it with a backpack or something. But I got some of these flowers is kicking it already, about 8 inches tall. But we're gonna have a pretty plot regardless. We'll have something here the doves will like. There's some watermelons. Volunteer. Anyway, that's what we got going on right now. Alright, I know people will be watching this and probably be like, what is you doing? Plant Clearfield sunflowers and you cultivating. Well, got sprayer issues. He's patching the tank. Got rain coming. Already behind on spraying, and this, my main culprit is the volunteer millet. It's done 5 or 6 inches tall in places. Seem like they're getting there. Will be after the rain. So he cultivated. He was out here, and I got to looking at how, man, that looks good with it clean. So I just told him to run through. My sunflowers. Give it a day or so. Let's get this tank situated. Rain. We might have about another week that we can drive over this, and there'll be more of that millet and stuff sprouted then. I know we've disturbed the seed bed again. It's a no-no. Probably get some flack for it. But this is my field, and that's how we're going to do it this time. Next year, I'm not going to be stubborn. I'm going to do pre-emergent and do it by the book. Do the burn down beforehand. We're going to do it all by the book. But this time, I just hate to see all this green matted up stuff in these rows. I mean, not so bad up here, but you can see it down there. But for now, we got clean looking rows. Of course, they stuff still in the row with the flowers, but This will buy me a little time, I believe. David, if you watch this, don't laugh at me too much. Don't disown me. This is just how we're gonna do it. Sorry, got a new phone. Ain't used to this camera and stuff, but anyway, it's June 1st. Got the millet in the ground, the new millet seed sowed. Probably didn't have to, but got it in there yesterday. This out here I sowed yesterday, and this right here, I think I got some footage on my GoPro, but as you can see, this is volunteer. It's already 4 and 5 inches tall in places, and they was millet all out in here, sprouting up out of the old stubble and stuff. Could have probably left it and it would have come on up, but I wanted to get it clean and start over, so that's why I said I didn't burn down like we should have. But anyways, said the millet, since that stuff was already a little ahead of the game, we just left that strip. It'll probably mature a couple of weeks ahead of the other, and they can feed on that outside edge. But this will probably be maybe my summer feeding strip. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of corn, and I might can feed on this strip. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 rows. Another bare strip I might feed on it. Run out of sunflowers. Wanted to get one more row in here. I just planted some more corn. It might be it might give us a little cover too on this side of the field. But and then this is a millet bed. It's gonna be a millet patch. And this little corner down here, I had it tore up last year, but there's volunteer millet in that grass, and I've just left that section as an experiment and see what it does. But little collection of videos here I'm gonna throw together, clips, and throw together and make one video. But just wanted to do a little update as we go along. See, that sun's behind me, it drowns me out. It does look better where I can see bare dirt down the rows, but this is probably what you'd do if you planted Perdovic. But I planted leftover Clearfield sunflowers from last year, and I believe every one of them come up. Probably shouldn't plant. I think I talked about that on my first video, but that's what I did. I had about 2 pounds or so left from last year. Got just a little less of a stand as far as area. Got one less, 13 rows here last year. And up there at the upper end of the corn, I had corn down a ways, and then I skipped a little gap, and then I had like 6 rows right out there little shorter rows, but the millet draw, they'll have sunflowers to feed on too, but I think the sunflowers makes it look good out here. Makes it look like an actual dove field, other than just having brown grass out here in August. Actually have something standing to hide in, something pretty to look at about July, mid-July when they bloom. But just wanted a little update, last little shot here. But I wanted to show the process this summer. I'm excited. I like seeing it come together. It's become a hobby the last 3 years, and I've done it a little better each year. Anyway, thank job for it. Give you one last look here. They still have about 2 or 3 rows left to go, but you get the idea. I believe it's going to come together. That's right. So if you're watching, like I said, keep following along with me this summer. We'll see what it'll turn into. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll catch y'all later. What's going on, YouTube? We're back again. It's June 15th. We're going to do a dove field update. I got some earlier videos of stuff we done a couple of weeks ago. This may be the tail end of it. I'll throw it all together. But June the 1st, I planted some millet. Tore this up, and Browntop Millet is starting to come up. Now this is volunteer. This is about a month ahead, and that's just volunteer. So you can see how thick it is. I just left it, so that strip here will mature faster. Give them a little earlier or something, and then this over here will be a little bit later. Of course, this will just be a bare row. Might feed on it or something, but we got 4 long rows of corn here. About 150 yards long, I'd say. Another bare strip. But my sunflowers, ground's a little poor up here. These up here, some of them's about a foot tall. But as you get on in here, I hadn't been down the middle of it yet. We'll just go down the middle. Got 12 rows of Clearfield sunflowers. Things got kind of busy. Had sprayer issues and just didn't get it sprayed, but he did get to come in here a week or so back with the cultivator buy me some time, get these things kind of canopied up. But other than that, they're coming on good, and I hate it about the weeds. I'm sure David's gonna rag me a little bit, but it is what it is. I'm gonna be proud of it. We're gonna make flowers, that's for sure. But we'll just take a walk down through here, down the middle. Now these things may be a little behind last year. They got more rain early on, so they kind of sit, kind of chilling out for a couple weeks, but they taking off. Some of these here are waist high or so in the middle. I'll get over there. I fat thumbed it, turned it off, so I mean, I'm squatted down. These are over my head and I'm squatted down. Got them planted a little too thick, but it is what it is. Daddy's working on this homemade row planter. We might feature that next year. I might do a video on it when he gets it done. But just wanted to do a walk through here. I love watching them grow, seeing what they'll turn into. Let's get us some more rain would help. Their little heads, I can see them down in there. A lot of that taller, grassy looking stuff's millet. But it'll make seed, it'll attract the doves. Here's just a little row of millet and corn. There's a few sunflowers. Might have been still in my hopper, mixed in there. This may not make much, but I kind of hope to have maybe some of these. Might make a little bit of a blind. But this here's another strip of millet that I planted on June the 1st. It ain't gonna hurt it to walk through it. See, coming on. Stuff will jump when it gets little rains and stuff. But what I wanted to show you is this greenery. That is volunteer millet. And we didn't even tear the ground up. It just come on up out of the grass, so that's something that we might look into. We can let some of this go and just have an earlier stand. Of course, this stand that I disced up will be a little bit cleaner down underneath, but it'll make plenty of seed. Summer's on us. It's been high 90s the last few days. Heat index over 100. A little bit of a cloud this evening, but it's still muggy. But that's kind of what we got going on right now. The Dindy Dove field here in Georgia, North Georgia. Thought I'd hoe with me if I walk the row some and chop a few coffee weeds. But looking good. We'll probably have flowers here another 2 weeks, 3. Be pretty. Said I just wanted to do a little update. Probably add this in with some other stuff. I'll have a 20 or 30 minute video when this is all thrown together, but thank y'all for joining along. We'll do some more updates soon. I probably need to get something out here to start feeding them a little bit. A little bird seed or something. Usually do that for a couple of months in the summer, and August this millet starts coming in. You ain't got to do it. We'll get it tilled under and where everything's legal. We'll have sunflowers, millet, and corn. Should be good. So thanks for watching, and like and subscribe and follow along this adventure with me. We'll catch you on the next one.